Discovering rare and valuable top 5 state quarter dollar like finding hidden treasure. Collectors and enthusiasts around the world hunt for unique pieces that stand out due to their rarity, minting errors, or historical significance. Some quarters are worth far more than their face value, sometimes thousands or even millions of dollars. Imagine reaching into your change jar and pulling out a regular-looking 2000D Virginia state quarter, only to discover it's worth hundreds, thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Sounds like a dream. For some lucky collectors, it's a reality. Rare mint errors on this coin have stunned auction houses and transformed ordinary people into coin celebrities overnight. Stick around as we reveal the jaw-dropping value, shocking history, and the secrets that make this 2000D Virginia quarter one of the most valuable coins in your pocket. Don't blink, this could be your millionaire moment. The story behind the 2000D Virginia quarter, released as the 10th coin in the U.S. Mint's 50 state quarters program, the 2000D Virginia quarter commemorates the 393rd anniversary of Jamestown, the first permanent English settlement in America. The reverse showcases the iconic Susan Constant, Godspeed, and Discovery, the ships that carried settlers to the New World. Top valuable errors on the 2000D Virginia quarter. Double die obverse and reverse, DDO/DDR. Auction value, up to $5,500 for high-grade examples. Off-center strike, auction value, between $250 and $2,500 plus. Wrong planchet error, auction value, a quarter on a nickel or dime planchet can bring $7,000 to $10,000 plus. Missing clad layer, auction value, ranges from $1,000 to $4,500. Clipped planchet, auction value, typically $150 to $800 plus. Broad strike error, auction value, $300 to $2,000 plus. Cuds and die breaks, auction value, from $200 to over $2,500 depending on size and position. Record sales of 2000D Virginia era quarters. Check out these real-world record-setting sales. DDR in MS67, sold for $5,500. Broad strike error, with sharp detail reached $2,200. Quarter on nickel planchet, auctioned for $7,650. Missing clad layer on obverse, hit $3,450. Major off-center with full date, fetched $2,100. Some rare die varieties have even been estimated by experts to be worth over $10,000 in pristine condition. Why 2000D era quarters are skyrocketing in value? The value of these era coins is growing fast, and here's why: rarity. True mint errors are exceptionally scarce. Cultural appeal. The Virginia quarter highlights a foundational moment in U.S. history. State quarter fandom. Millions collected them, but not many kept an eye out for errors. Social media buzz. Platforms like YouTube and TikTok have made coin collecting trendy again. Real investment. Rare coins have become solid, appreciating collectibles. Imagine pulling out a 2000p South Carolina state quarter, only to find out it's worth thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars. Yes, this seemingly common coin could be your ticket to an unexpected windfall. Today, we'll take a deep dive into the rare and valuable era varieties of the 2000p South Carolina quarter. Some have shocked collectors and sold for sky-high prices at auctions, and you might be holding one right now. Stick around to learn what makes these coins so special and discover whether your quarter is a jackpot waiting to happen. The legacy of the 2000p South Carolina state quarter. The South Carolina state quarter was the 8th release in the U.S. Mint's 50 state quarters program. It commemorates the Palmetto State, with symbols like the Carolina wren, yellow jessamine flower, and the iconic palmetto tree, alongside a silhouette of the state. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, over 742 million of these coins were produced. But a tiny fraction escaped the mint with major errors and die varieties, turning them into highly prized collectibles. These flawed coins now trade hands for impressive sums, and their values continue to rise. Most valuable errors on the 2000p South Carolina quarter. Double die obverse, DDO. Value, up to $3,500 in mint state condition. Double die reverse, DDR. Value, ranges from $2,000 to over $6,000, depending on grade. Off-center strike. Value, between $500 and $2,800. Wrong planchet error. Value, up to $8,000 to $10,000. Missing clad layer. Value, typically $1,200 to $4,000 plus. Broad strike error. Value, $300 to $1,800, depending on clarity. Die breaks and cuds, value, up to $1,500 or more. Clipped planchet, value, $200 to $900, based on severity. Real auction sales of 2000p South Carolina era quarters. Collectors and dealers have paid massive premiums for verified era coins. Double die reverse in MS66, sold for $6,500. Off-center strike with visible date, fetched $2,100. Missing clad layer obverse, auctioned for $3,750. Quarter on dime planchet, realized $8,200. Dramatic cut on reverse, valued at $1,450. These are just a few examples proving that one era coin can be worth more than your entire coin jar. Why 2000p South Carolina errors are in high demand? These coins are making waves in the collecting world because of low known quantities. True mint errors are rare. Increased collecting popularity. The state quarters program revived interest. Historical significance. The design reflects South Carolina's rich heritage. Skyrocketing values. Auction prices keep breaking records. Online hype. YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook groups drive demand. What if I told you this coin, a 2006 North Dakota quarter, could be worth hundreds, thousands, or even over $1 million? An everyday coin struck in the year 2006 at the Denver Mint could turn your pocket change into a life-changing fortune. Coin collectors and experts around the world are constantly on the lookout for extremely rare era coins, and this North Dakota state quarter is one of the most mysterious and potentially highly valuable hidden treasures out there. The history of the 2006 North Dakota quarter. The 2006 North Dakota state quarter was the 39th release in the U.S. Mint's 50 state quarters program. Its beautiful reverse design features two American bison grazing in a prairie with a sunset and rugged rock formations in the background, a tribute to the state's natural beauty and wildlife heritage. Types of rare errors in the 2006 North Dakota quarter. Double die errors, DDO/DDR. Value, clear, certified double dies have sold for $200 to over $3,000. Struck on the wrong planchet, value, depending on the rarity, these can bring $1,000 to over $10,000 at auction. Off-center strike, value, can range from $150 to $1,500, depending on degree and detail. Clipped planchet error, value, prices range from $50 to $400, with premium for large or multiple clips. Missing clad layer, copper core exposed. Value, depending on grade and side affected, these errors fetch $300 to $2,000. Multiple strikes/broad strikes, value, can exceed $1,500, especially in mint state. Die breaks/cuds, value, from $100 to $600 plus, depending on size and placement. Trophy record-breaking auction sales. Several 2006 North Dakota era quarters have stunned the numismatic world with unexpected value. A struck-on-dime planchet error sold for $2,760 at heritage auctions. A double die obverse example certified in MS66 brought $1,200. An off-center strike with 70% misalignment fetched $1,100. A missing clad layer, obverse, quarter sold for $985. A dramatic die cap error hit $3,400 at a private auction. These results show that the 2006 North Dakota quarter isn't just a collector's piece, it's a legitimate asset. Microscope why values are climbing. Rare era coins like the 2006 North Dakota quarter are increasingly in demand due to rarity and uniqueness. Each era coin is one of a kind. Historical appeal, part of the iconic state quarter series. Investment interest. As more collectors enter the hobby, demand rises. Social media exposure, viral videos and trending posts help highlight hidden treasures. What if we told you a simple coin in your pocket, a 2002p Louisiana quarter, could be worth hundreds, thousands, or even up to $1 million? That's right. A coin that many people overlook or spend without a second thought might just be your ticket to fortune. Some rare 2002p Louisiana-era quarters have sold for massive sums at auction due to minting mistakes, rare anomalies, and collector demand. In this video, we're diving deep into this fascinating coin to uncover the history, the types of errors, and how you can identify one of these hidden treasures yourself. Make sure to watch until the end. this could change your life. The history of the 2002 Louisiana Quarter. The 2002 Louisiana State Quarter was the 18th release in the U.S. Mint's 50-State Quarters program. It celebrates the Louisiana Purchase and features a stunning reverse design showcasing the outline of the state, a pelican, Louisiana's state bird, a trumpet, for its musical heritage, and the image of the historic Louisiana Purchase document. Rare and valuable error types found in the 2002 Louisiana Quarter: double die errors, DDO/DDR, value. Well-preserved DDO or DDR coins can fetch $300 to over $5,000 depending on clarity and grade. Off-center strike errors, value. These errors typically range from $150 to over $1,200. Struck on the wrong planchet, value. These can be worth $1,000 to $10,000 plus, especially if certified by grading services. Clipped planchet errors, value. Depending on size and shape, these can sell from $75 to $500 plus. Missing clad layer, value. High-quality examples bring $500 to over $2,000. Multiple strike/broad strike errors, value. These dramatic errors can exceed $2,500 at auction. Die breaks/cuts, value. These fetch between $100 to $800 plus. Trophy record auction prices for the 2002 Louisiana Era Quarter. Rare 2002 Louisiana quarters have shown up in auctions and shocked the collecting community. A 2002 double die obverse graded MS67 by PCGS sold for $2,900. A broad struck error sold at auction for $1,850. A struck-on dime planchet error crossed the $5,200 mark. A missing clad layer error, obverse, reached $1,350 in 2023. A dramatic off-center strike with visible date sold for $1,100. These eye-popping figures show that this isn't just spare change, it's a collector's dream. Why these coins are skyrocketing in value: coin collecting is booming, and these factors are pushing prices higher. Rarity. True mint errors are very scarce. State Quarter legacy. This iconic U.S. program has a built-in collector base. Historical appeal. The Louisiana Purchase design makes it especially memorable. Social media buzz. Viral videos have helped many discover their coins' hidden worth. Investor demand. People are investing in coins like art or gold. Imagine pulling a coin from your pocket, just an ordinary 2000 Virginia State Quarter, and discovering it's worth not just hundreds, not just thousands, but possibly tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Some rare error versions of this coin have fetched jaw-dropping prices at auction, and yours could be next. In this thrilling journey, we'll uncover the secrets behind the 2000 Virginia Quarter, why certain errors make it one of the most coveted coins by collectors, and how you can spot one that could change your life. Keep watching. This could be your millionaire moment. The history behind the 2000 Virginia Quarter. The 2000 Virginia State Quarter was the 10th release in the 50 State Quarters program by the U.S. Mint. It celebrates Jamestown, Virginia, the site of the first permanent English settlement in America, founded in 1607. The reverse design features 3 ships, the Susan Constant, Godspeed, and Discovery, representing the historic voyage that changed the course of American history. Most valuable 2000 Virginia Quarter errors: double die obverse, DDO, and reverse, DDR. Value: high-grade DDO/DDR coins have sold from $500 up to $6,000 plus. Off-center strikes. Value: depending on percentage off-center and visibility, these errors fetch $250 to over $2,000. Wrong planchet errors. Value: one Virginia Quarter struck on a dime planchet sold for $7,000 plus at auction. Clipped planchet. Value: these can sell from $100 to $700 plus. Missing clad layer. Value: well-preserved examples can command $1,000 to $4,000. Broad strike errors. Value: depending on condition and severity, can range from $300 to $2,500 plus. Cuts and die breaks. Value: common examples sell for $150 to $800 plus, but dramatic cuts can exceed $2,000. Record-breaking auction sales of the 2000 Virginia Era Quarter. Collectors and investors have paid top dollar for rare error examples of this coin. A double die reverse, DDR. Coin in MS-67 sold for $5,500. An off-center strike with full date hit $2,100 at auction. A quarter struck on a nickel planchet sold for a staggering $7,650. A missing clad layer error brought in $3,450. A broad-struck Virginia quarter sold for $2,250. These aren't one-off anomalies, they prove the explosive market potential for high-grade, rare error coins. Why error quarters like this are gaining value fast? Several reasons are driving the value of coins like the 2000p Virginia error quarter sky high. Rarity, genuine errors are incredibly scarce. Historical appeal, featuring America's first permanent English colony, it's a piece of early American history. State quarter popularity, millions collected these coins, so the demand is built in. Social media virality, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram have brought attention to hidden treasures. Investment value, rare coins are now seen as tangible, appreciating assets.